Oh, look who's here. Time to change the locks again.
I knocked this time. Bodan let me in. Guess what? Castillon's in town, and I'm not waiting around for him to stick a knife in my vitals. We're going to get him before he gets me.
We're going to surprise Castillon. I love surprises.
Unfortunately, Castillon's holed up somewhere in Kirkwall. I haven't been able to find him. I do know where Velasco is, however. That's his right hand. We just have to make him tell us where Castillon is. Somehow.
What a plan! Your scheming ability puts me to shame.
Well, I haven't worked out all the kinks. Step 1, we go to Velasco. Step 2, something exciting happens. Step 3, profit. Well, do you have a better idea?
If we kill him and search his body, we might find something.
Or we could find nothing and get nowhere.
We could hit him till he talks.
You'll just end up killing him.
Couldn't we just ask Velasco where Castillon is? Nicely.
He's not going to reveal anything willingly. I can't risk him getting suspicious and alerting Castillon.
Castillon wants you. Why not let Velasco bring you to him?
And you follow me? Ooh, that's clever. I was going to suggest challenging Velasco to a riddle game and making Where's Your Boss one of the riddles. This is so much better.
I'm ready whenever you are.
Velasco's been spending his nights at the brothel, enjoying its many splendors. That's where we'll find him.
Well, well. The champion visits the blooming rose. What an occasion. My people offer 3 types of service. For 2 sovereigns, you get the royal treatment. 1 sovereign gets you the standard services. For 50 silver, someone pretends to like you for an hour.
I'll need to think about it.
Of course.
What? Get back here, you... skittish bitch. I hope you have a good reason for interrupting my private time.
I brought you a new plaything. She's much less timid. Are you insane? You should see the look on your face.
This wasn't the plan. We were going to kill him.
Remember that time you ran off with the Tome of Coslin? This is like that, only funnier.
You backstabbing little shit. You'd better start sleeping with one eye open.
Castillon will be pleased. He's been looking for Isabela for some time. A token of our appreciation. It's more than she is worth. Why don't we work something out? If you're good, I'll tell Castillon to go easy on you.
Contrary to popular belief, I do have standards.
You're going to do whatever I want. I own you.
You sure about that?
You! I knew the bitch was up to something! Kill them!
Velasco sent word to Castillon. He's on his way. Let's look around first. I want to know why he's in Kirkwall.
And Velasco told me you were all tied up. A lovely present just waiting to be opened. I see he's paid for that little mistake. What a pretty smear he makes. Well played, Isabela. Crossed and double-crossed.
You want to talk? Maybe we should talk about these documents. Slavery in the free marches? They're not going to like that.
Get to the point.
Give me your ship, and your word to leave me alone, and you can take these papers and go.
If you want the ship, Can't we just kill him and take it?
You don't just kill a man and take his ship. That's crude and amateurish. How will he tell everyone how I bested him if he's dead?
Can you trust him? He trades people for money.
Castillon's a businessman, and this is a business deal. He'll keep his end of the bargain.
Why can't you surprise me in a normal way? With flowers, maybe, or a cake?
I see I wasn't the only one played today. Give me the documents, and you can have the ship. And you will never hear from me again.
Swear it.
I swear it on my mother's grave. Give me the documents.
You've made your decision, Isabela. Do as you wish.
The ship is yours. Let me say, my dear, that you would make a remarkable ally for any man able to tame you. Our business is hereby concluded. Forever. Be well, Isabela.
This is going to come back to bite you. You know that, right?
I've got the fastest ship on the ocean. It's got to catch me in order to bite me.
If you're looking to sail off, I think the sun sets that way.
Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. Yet. I owe you all this, you know. I've got a feeling something big's about to happen. Knowing you, you'll be right in the middle of it. I wouldn't miss that for the world. Come on.
I took this fire gland from a high dragon just outside the city.
You killed a high dragon? Incredible. Let me see the fire gland.
It was either her life or mine. I chose mine.
And that I am glad to hear. This fire gland is a remarkable specimen. Wait here. I know exactly what I can craft from this. This turned out beautifully. Something worthy of our champion. I hope you can put it to good use.
Ah, the champion of Kirkwall. Your reputation precedes you. Forgive me. I should introduce myself properly. My name is Nuncio Caldera Lanos. I am a noble from the beautiful country of Antiva.
It must have taken a lot of practice to say that all in one breath.
It's mostly to impress the ladies, I assure you. I've come to ask your help, champion. Hiding among the Dalish is an elven assassin I've been chasing for months. He's a master manipulator who will endanger even his own kind to ensure his survival.
You don't seem the type to hunt assassins. Why are you after him?
At first, it was merely duty to Antiva. But after losing so many good men to him, it became personal. He's nothing but a murderer, a thief, and a liar.
You want me to use my wily ways to find out where the Dalish are hiding this elf?
That is part of it, yes. This elf is very dangerous, and he must be brought in before he kills again. I've heard of your dealings with the Dalish. I was hoping you could go where my men could not. Find out where the assassin is hiding, and apprehend him.
I'll see what I can do.
One of the Dalish, a woman named Variel, is a friend of his. I suggest speaking with her first.
We won't be here when you get back. We got a campsite outside the city. Look for us there.
Another one. Too many of you shambling around lately.
To hear that from the Dalish surprises me. What with our history of love and tolerance.
Indeed, my young sham. Indeed.
You do not belong here, Shamlin.
Oh, what about my... Dear Maker, where did my self-righteousness and pointy ears go?
Why, you... Shamlin.
Greetings, champion. That is what they call you in your city, isn't it? Did you need something? I hear there is a criminal hiding among the Dalish.
He is not among us. This criminal of yours is set up in a cave away from our camp. He said there would be people looking for him, and to tell anyone who asked where he was.
I thought the point of hiding was not to be found.
He said he didn't want to endanger our people by asking us to lie for him. Not something you'd expect from a cruel and evil murderer, is it? He'll be waiting for you at the cave. Good luck trying to reach him, however.
Now you, I wasn't expecting. How do you do? My name is Zevran and I, adventurer and occasional assassin. I must admit, I was waiting for an assault by the crows, not the mighty champion of Kirkwall.
I'll assume you're not talking about birds.
Oh, please, do not tell me you know nothing of the Antivan crows. We are the finest guild of assassins, an object of fear throughout the lands for any man with wealthy enemies. Or I should say they are. I am no longer a crow, a fact they find unacceptable.
There must be more to it than you leaving the guild.
That is offense enough to the crows, believe me. I may have also killed the last 4 assassins they sent after me, and older men. Oh, and the guildmaster. In fact, if you were a crow, you might make a fortune bringing me in. You should consider a career change. No, really.
How do you know I'm the champion?
Slayer of Canary, Deep Roads Explorer, and a beauty to make the gods jealous. You underestimate your fame.
I thought you'd be taller.
Ah, let me guess. A man named Nuncio has asked you to capture a dangerous killer, yes? What did he say this time? That I killed his wife? Butchered his parents? Sold his children into slavery? Or did he tell you he was a lawman from Antiva, charged with apprehending a ridiculously handsome fugitive?
He also said you were a wanted murderer.
Oh, indeed I am. But technically I imagine everyone here can rightfully claim that title. Bring me to Nuncio if you wish, but I warn you, he surely intends to kill you. The crows do not like loose ends, unlike myself. But you are a woman who can clearly handle herself, yes? Why worry? So, you can either tie me up, gag me, and then manhandle me. Or you can take me to Nuncio. Which will it be, I wonder?
I like your list of options. But does it have to be in that order?
I knew you couldn't resist my obvious charms. It's the accent, isn't it?
You're very compliant for a fugitive.
Compliant, yes, and very bendy. But truthfully, I know when I am outmatched. I would rather take my chances against the crows.
I'm not going to hand you over to someone who lied to me.
As a suggestion, you might wish to deal with Nuncio. If you don't, he will only come after you. It's been more than a pleasure, my dear champion. Fare you well.
I let your assassin go. Was I not supposed to do that?
You had him? And you let him go? I am thoroughly disappointed. No one fails the crows and lives.
Ah, poor stupid Nuncio. The crows do like that saying, but I am living proof it's a lie. Why they insist on thinking they can kill people like you and the Warden, I will never guess.
Let me tell you, it's a burden I bear on a daily basis.
You are nothing but a traitor and a coward, Zevran. You'll die here.
Yes, well, let's see how that works out for you. Excellent. Killing my former brothers in arms is oddly satisfying. I've little reward to offer you, champion, but perhaps this will serve as a token of my thanks. It is time for me to move on. Unless you'd care to get to know each other better, champion.
That depends. How much do you wish to test that luck of yours?
Oh, I see. Fair enough, then. It is time to move on, as they say. I have a little war to wage back home, and so little time. Perhaps we'll meet again, champion.
You're here. Good. I wanted to talk to you.
So, when do I get the grand tour?
Of the ship? It's not fit to be seen. Castillon had an obsession with mustard-colored satin. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. Saves me the trouble of having to go look for you. I wanted to thank you for everything you've done for me. I'm glad you walked in here all those years ago.
I was drawn in by the intoxicating aroma of stale piss and vomit.
Now that I have my ship, I'll need a new crew. And I'd like to have someone like you on board. Someone I can really trust, who has my back, no matter what happens.
I am the champion of Kirkwall. I need to stay here.
You're the champion of Kirkwall. You can do whatever you please. Well, if fame, fortune, and the adulation of Kirkwallers ever gets boring, the invitation's open. I just hate to have to say goodbye. You're the best friend I've had in a very long time. A toast to friendship and to us.
Mistress Hawk, I must speak with you. You're the only one that can help. The Wardens mounted an expedition to retrace your route through the deep roads to discover whatever it is you found years ago. It's a fool's errand, and my poor brother is with them. Nathaniel Howe. Nathaniel is a good man worth saving.
Are you related to Al Rendon Howe, the butcher of Denerim?
Much to my shame, I am. But do not blame the children for the sins of the father.
Why were Wardens interested in our expedition?
Maker help me, I have no idea. My brother never tells me these things.
Wardens range into the deep roads all the time.
But he's been gone far too long. Something terrible's happened. I'd tell the Wardens, but by the time I reach Vigil's Keep, my poor brother...
Do you know any other details?
I know almost nothing. Nathaniel never speaks about the Wardens. It was only happenstance that I heard your name mentioned. Please, go back to the deep roads. Find my brother. You must.
Nathaniel Howe?
You're the champion of Kirkwall, aren't you? Your handiwork here is much appreciated. How did you...
Delilah.
She figured things out then. Good. I should have spoken to you. The deep roads have proved to be quite dangerous. Your insight could have saved lives.
Delilah says you followed my expedition's route. Why?
You went further into the deep roads than anyone believed possible. The first warden himself ordered this investigation. I was offered a generous share of the salvage, plus extra coin up front to discourage any curiosity.
It looks like you met heavy resistance.
After the Warden Commander spared the Architect, we thought the ensuing struggle among the Darkspawn might make the deep roads safer. The Warden's allies assured us these tunnels would still be mostly clear, but it seems they were wrong.
They seem to know a great deal about Darkspawn. Are these allies dwarves?
No, not dwarves. It's complicated. Let's just say we live in strange times.
Who is the Architect?
The Architect was the first of the speaking and thinking Darkspawn. Very dangerous. He spread his gift to other Darkspawn, the Disciples. Fortunately, their numbers are few.
I don't remember drawing anyone a map to the Tig. Who told you about it?
An unfortunate dwarf named Bartrand. We weren't sure his information was reliable, but contacting you or Varric was deemed risky. We feared you might return if you learned of our interest in the Tig.
As much as I enjoy the company, is there anything keeping us in these Darkspawn-infested tunnels?
I cannot leave now. When we were attacked, I was separated from the rest of my expedition. Some of them may yet live. We must go deeper into the tunnels to rescue them.
Who else could be alive?
Some wardens survived the initial ambush. I think the dwarf we brought from Vigil's Keep survived. But who still lives? Only the Maker knows.
We have survivors to find. Let's go.
Crawling through blight-infested tunnels, rescuing wardens in peril. This is what I signed on for.
We should move. Stay alert for Darkspawn.
Master How, you live.
Tamarin, good man. Are there any other survivors?
Hopefully up ahead. Well met are strangers in the belly of the earth. I hope Sir Fenley won't mind, but I set up the explosives here and there. Figured I'd blow up as many of the spawn as I could before I embraced the stone.
How did you manage to get Kunari explosives?
These aren't Kunari explosives. They're Dwarven-made, and don't you forget it.
Tamarin's cousin Dworkin made the explosives back in Vigil's Keep.
Aye, and that he did. Before the sudden Kunari forced him into hiding.
What were you going to do with these explosives?
We were prepared to do extensive excavations around the Tig you found.
A few well-placed booms prove most efficacious at clearing rubble.
Corridors lined with explosives and darkspawn galore. It's not even my birthday.
Tamarin, the way behind us is clear. Send word to the wardens in case we don't make it.
Aye. I've set explosives all along the tunnels. Blow up as many of the sodding spawn as you can. Luck to you both.
I fear we have come all this way for nothing. But my fallen comrades will be avenged. The Darkspawn are here. For the first time since I've been down here, I don't sense a single Darkspawn. We've won. The route to the surface should be safe now. Because of you, I will see my sister and nephew again. Please, take this with my blessing. I apologize I couldn't answer all your questions. You may have them yet in the fullness of time.
Stay safe, Nathaniel.
You as well.
Hold there!
Who are you?
The name's Evitz. As in Evitz Marauders. The folk you killed a few years back. Now you're going to die for what you've done.
You there. Did my love send you? Will you take me to him?
Either your father didn't give me the whole story, or I really, really hope you're talking about someone else.
Fainriel, the man of my dreams. These brutes intended to take my maidenhood. As they argued about who would go first, I fainted. Then Fainriel spoke to me in a vision and told me not to fear. When I awoke, the men had slain one another. Please take me to Fainriel. I want to thank him properly.
You saw him in your dreams. Maybe we should sleep together, then go look for him.
Have you located any Kunari blades?
This is what I found.
My task is complete. If you were Kunari, you would be Ben Hasrath. I give you this weapon. It is worthy of that role. This weapon is you. Guard it, or lose all honor. I must go.
Surprise! I see. Sometimes people get things for other people they like. This is the part where you say thank you.
I know that, you goose. Don't you know what this is? It's a Ravani fertility talisman. These petal-like shapes represent certain fleshy bits. And this protrusion is... well, just look.
You're an expert on Ravani talismans, are you?
My mother was a Ravani seer. Or, rather, she pretended to be. She knew enough about the old tribal practices to put on a convincing act. She used to hand these things out to women all the time.
It's just a pretty flower.
You keep thinking that if it makes you feel better. Ravani women would wear these, so that their wombs would be fruitful and their marriages blessed with many children. Not that they worked, of course. Seems to me you either have a fruitful womb or you don't. Thank you. It's nice to have something to remind me of my homeland.
Boom! Ah, there he goes again. How he makes these things, I'll never know.
I've never seen another dwarf like him. Does this run in your family?
Not at all, but Sandal isn't really my son. I found him in the deep roads when I left Orzammar for good. Raised him as my own now. Isn't that right, my boy?
I like Bodan.
He's always been this way. Always collecting things and enchanting them. Strange, I suppose.
Have you ever thought of finding out more?
Well, I did. I brought him to the Circle of Magi about a year after we got to the surface. They called him a savant, but then they started giving him the eye like they were going to keep him, so we left. Not going back to those vultures. Sandal's happy as he is.
Perhaps he'll be the first dwarven mage. Wouldn't that be interesting?
I don't know. The actual mages don't do enchanting, do they? Just the ones who had their magic taken away.
Tranquil.
Yes, them. Oh,